The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
With the music stuff, you know, you talk about when you were, younger, you were dabbling a bit. And I think it was when you went to Footscray, your mate had the studio.
Yeah.
Now, from a bit of my research, is 2013 the first time you had like actually something on in public, and it was a SoundCloud?
I think maybe 2000. It was 2011 maybe. I started. I did have a couple other tracks on there that I deleted. You know what I mean? As I got a good name and started getting views, I deleted a couple, like of the first ones that I ever recorded and that. They didn't have no clips or nothing. They were just fucking, just a photo on that.
Now you talk about how when you visited your mate's studio, that's when you were like, "Yep, this is something I want to do." Yeah. In terms of artists, who were you listening to that made you or motivated you to pick up a pen and start writing?
At the time, like Oz rap wise, like I never really listened to Aussie rap. I was always just like Tupac, NWA. Like I remember NWA was one of the first CDs I brought. Kevin Gates and shit like that. But when I moved to Melbourne, I started sussing them out a bit, and it was Alex Jones and Dr. Flair at the time and Son of Sam. They were like smashing it. Like in my eyes, they were like I still think they're like two of the most talented artists in the country. Like bar for bar, they are. When it comes to rap, like there's people that can rap, and then there's people that can just make mad tracks. You know what I mean? They have actual like proper mad talent when it comes to fucking from words together and shit. They're fucking insane. But yeah, they pushed me hard listening to their shit, and because they were young and that too. You know what I mean?
This would have been if your first stuff was around that was around 2012, say 2011, 2013. Yeah. So you would have caught on to dudes like Alex Jones and that a little bit before that. Yeah. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then so once you've started recording and then releasing music on SoundCloud and the internet, after those early joints, it was 2015, that's when you had the song Land of the Ice.
Yeah. So that would have been when I moved back to Shep. Yeah.
And was that song basically inspired because when you've moved back, you've been so shocked by what's going on?
Yeah.
That's why you wrote the song?
Yeah, well, I sort of seen a little bit of it from my mate, the one with the studio in Melbourne. He was my neighbour. Like he was so close with his mum, like his mum was like all he had in it. And when he started using ice, she was full in hospital, like dying and that. He didn't even go to see her and that, and she ended up passing away and shit. Like that was my first like eye opener. But then when I went back to Shep, it was like actual people that I was close to and that, you know, that I got love for and that.
And would you say that Land of the Ice was your first proper release, or do you count that stuff before that as still official shit?
The way I never looked at it like that, you know what I mean? I was just doing music because I loved it. I remember when I had no views, that's probably when I loved it the most, because there was no fucking cunts on your back saying like, you know, fuck, when are you gonna drop more shit? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? I was just doing it at my own pace, and I was doing it because I loved it, like, you know, that's all I was doing at the time, and it was keeping me away from other shit. But yeah, I guess you could say Land of the Ice was like one of the first proper fucking...
Like, would you say that that's the song the first song that you noticed got traction?
Yeah, locally, like locally I felt like I was famous as, you know, everyone, like, especially because locals and that, they want to pump your shit and they want to get around it and that. But then I had a incident with that Dribbles cunt, and he fucking, I don't know, he writ some shit about me on Facebook and that, and I ended up doing a diss on him. That was probably fucking heaps of people caught onto that, you know what I mean?
The lesson. 927. Oh yeah.